Hello, and welcome to another day of TA the Degen way. Just wanted to hop on and do an update on the Bitcoin and Ethereum price, especially after yesterday's washout, and talk about whether or not we should still be bullish or should we be looking for some short trades and a serious pullback. I do believe that a serious pullback is on the way, but not today. And we can talk about that. I'm still looking for $39,000 Bitcoin before we see that serious pullback. Yesterday we seen about 5%. And on our TradingView CryptoFile 622 ideas page, I've had this chart up and out for quite a while. We have this upper range, we have this lower range. I know the screen's kind of cluttered here. We have our average move that Bitcoin makes here, just taking these prices. And this was posted quite some time ago. Looks like when price was, this is about September 20th or so. And if we press the play button, here we are, getting closer and closer and closer. Our macro measured move would bring us up to the value area high of this upper range. Our upper range high volume node, or the POC, is coming in right at about 39,000, which is why I remain long and bullish until we make it up here. I mean, we are now starting to show some signs of weakness, which means that the trend is starting to slow a bit. But if we look at this big giant rip here, you know, I mean, this is pretty comparative to our other moves to the upside, and that is what I'm targeting. Let's just jump right into the local Bitcoin chart here. So what happened yesterday? Well, while we were up here moving around, we had this nice, you know, rejection wick at about 38,000, 37,967, 950, we'll say, with a nice pullback to our last resistance level. And what did we get? We got a lower high and a lower low. Well, that means, you know, we're technically in a local downtrend, and the question is will this level hold, or should we be looking for a lower high, like right here? You can kind of see the curvature in this price action. Or should we be looking for a lower low, well, a lower high with a lower low, and coming on down a little farther, or should we remain bullish? I could probably argue both sides quite well, but I do remain bullish, and I'm targeting at least 38,950 and that $39,000 level, because on the macro scale, now that we've broken into this upper range, we broke that 32K sell wall, we are looking at the highest volume areas and the most likely places to see a reversal macro-wise, or at least a healthy pullback in this upper price range, which the next level would be 39,000, halfway between 32 and that POC would have been this high, and we stopped and paused, and we kept putting in higher lows, and we had this ascending triangle that we were talking about right here. You know, I mean, is a pullback necessary, or is a long sideways good enough? That current trading plan was to watch for a bullish reaction at the bottom of this ascending channel. You know, or to break through and come on down, and lo and behold, it did hold. We came up, and then now you can see, I mean, we've, you know, arguably broken that structure. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to make a bullish case. Here we are on the 4 hour. What do we have in the 4 hour? We have some hidden bearish, or some hidden bullish divergence. The price has put in a higher low than this low. Look at this wave right here. Look at this this wave right here. We've put in a much deeper wave. This is hidden bullish divergence signaling a continuation of the trend is likely. Price trended sideways long enough that this drawdown in momentum, which has been pretty obvious, was not enough to, drag the price down. Now, I don't think that this drawdown in momentum is over, but I do expect a one more higher high before we receive a serious pullback. Well, why should we be looking for a serious pullback at all? Well, look at this money flow. It has been trending to the downside while price is trending higher. Let's look at our wave trend oscillator. You can follow the curvature of these highs here. We should be looking for a bottom somewhere around here, and then now let's find the middle of this, and you can see that these waves are starting to build themselves out to the downside. So personally, I see two scenarios. Either we reject from our current price at right where we're at right now on the 4 hour. Looks like it it's flirting with the 200 EMA, would be that red line. No, actually that's the 20 EMA. What am I talking? Here, let's look at it and see what it actually is. Not even sure why. Oh, it's the 20, and I'm not even sure why it's even on there. I don't even remember even putting it on there. I do pay attention a lot of times to the 200 EMA, which is coming out at our value area low. So there is a solid case to be made that we could be pushing farther to the downside. Look at the curvature of these highs. I would expect this to be square, by the 17th, the next day or two, which, to me provides a lot of opportunity for something like this and a continuation to the upside, given that we've put in this hidden bullish divergence. Other things which would mean that in light of the fact that we've put in a lower high and a lower low, that we would have to be able to make the argument that this level that we bounced off of is significant. Well, you can see that it's been well respected 3 times already. Well, there's probably even a fourth. If we look back, we have 4 or 5 times there. And if we look at the close price, we haven't even broke it. And let's go out to the daily once. Daily closes are very important, so if we look at this on the daily close, did price wick way down? Yes, it did, but we didn't really break this trend. We closed back up above. So to me, I find that pretty significant. If we go down to the 4 hour close price here, we didn't break it at all, and I find the 4 hour to be extremely powerful. And what else do we have here? If we look at this last, even though we wicked below here, I believe at least, we wicked below this price, we closed above it. That's bullish. That means that there was enough buyers here to just instantly buy the price back up. If we take our fixed range volume profile tool and we just look at the volume traded locally prior to our push up there, our value area high. Here, let's take the whole thing. Or our POC here, we tapped it pretty darn close. And then we pushed back up above here's our value area high. Here, there's something wrong here. I like to change this to 200. I must switch this back to default. And I like to switch it from number of rows to ticks per row. There we go. So now if we look at this point of control, we came awfully close. Let's turn on the value area high and the value area low. So we came down awfully close to this point of control, and then we pushed back above, we came up to the value area high, and rather than reject and head back to the value area low, we pushed back up. So I mean, I do find this level, to be pretty solid. But now you can see this 4-hour VWAP starting to curve a little bit. Let's go down to the hourly. I've closed my scalp longs. I mean, we're at a local resistance level. You can follow the clear curvature of the highs here, and there's an argument to be made that we broke out of it and retested it, which is why I do always leave 50%, well, 25 to 50% of a position open. Move my stop loss to entry, and if I'm going to take a short, even though I'm long from down here, I'm always going to leave a portion of that open, and being I'm bullish, I've left 50% open with my stop loss at my entry down here, and taking a short position on a scalp trade, looking for price to possibly come back down to this daily close level and confirm this. And if we follow the curvature on the highs here on the hourly, there is certainly a chance. That is the worst curve a person ever drew. Let's try this again. That we're breaking out of it right now. It just depends on how well you can, define the curvature of that and how much you can really, actually rely on the perfect accuracy of it. One positive thing, as I see on the hourly, is we came down to the zero line. Well, what happened? We are now inverting to the upside. Money flow has been trending up. We haven't broken trend. I can't really call this a bear flag. But what about this lower high and lower low? Well, really, this entire move looks extremely corrective. We really just have A, B, C correction. And then now as we came back up to this low right here, which was our value area high, we crashed through it. So what I would like to see is I would like to see a pullback here and a rotation to the upside. And if we look at our hourly, we have obvious bullish divergence at this level. We wicked below the level and pushed back up and closed above on the daily, So I find the level to be solid support. Just daily, just a regular old Joe daily support. Let me turn the background music down just a smidge. I feel like it's a little loud. I apologize if that's the case. So that's what I'm looking for. And as far as talking about a rejection with a short scalp here, I'm taking a short scalp here. And if I get stopped out, I'm going to take a 1% account risk on it. Let's delete everything on the chart here, and if we just look at the local volume profile, going from this outside bar here, we have broken back into the value area, and let's back this up a little bit and see if we get some different results. Not really. Because price has pretty much been trading here ever since about right here. That's what it's telling us. On the hourly, we've pulled back up to the 200. That maybe this value area holds, and we just continue on up to this point of control. So to the long side, I'm not really looking for any major closes aside from or future major closes. I have closed 50% at this resistance level, but I'm not looking to close any more, and unless we get a significant break of structure like down here. But I will be looking for pullbacks to add back in. And where am I looking for pullbacks to add back in? And I'll treat it like a new trade and take on new risk while I'm looking at this support resistance flip right here at the old value area low. A pullback to here I think would be nice. And let's look for some further confluence. We'll grab the fib. Take a look at that. And a lot of people look for the 618 to the 786. I consider the golden pocket to be 50% to 61.8%. The 50% rule I find to be pretty darn solid and pretty well respected. So I mean, I'm looking for a pullback to here, or if we push up to here to this POC, I'd be looking for a pullback to this value area low. And for targets, I'm still targeting 39,000. If we look at Ethereum, you'll have to go back to my video from the other day, because on Ethereum I am looking for a higher target, and not going to go through explaining it at the current moment, but I'm looking at 2,350. Same thing right here. You have a nice support resistance flip at this value area low. We have these close prices down here at 1967. I would like to see those respected or get some kind of a pullback there, or break up to the POC, and then we would be looking for a pullback to this value area low. And I'm not looking to take any major short positions. I'm looking to reduce my risk and liability by de-risking and claiming some profit, and if given the opportunity, take that risk back on and add back into those trades, targeting $2,350. And on Bitcoin, I'm still targeting 38,950, looking for a pullback there, and then push on up to 48,000. But if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, join our free Discord, links in the description. But until then, trade well.